Hey everyone, I'm Greg with the Insta Graphic Systems sales team, and today I'm going to talk to you about different voltages on the machines. So if you're in the US market, you're probably really familiar with our 120 volt machines. These plug into a 110 outlet, which is what everybody has in their home, in businesses. This is the most standard plug in the US. Our machines are actually 120 volt, but they can operate, I believe it's anywhere from something like 105 up to 130 volts or something. So that's why you might hear us as the sales team talking about our 120 volt machines and you say, well, my outlet is 110, how am I going to run a 120? It's the same outlet, that's okay. You can run a 120 on your 110 outlet. The other option we have that you may not be as familiar with, folks that work in large operations and big factories and things like that are probably more familiar, but is our 240 plug. And that looks like this. It's really similar, but these two top plugs are flipped the other way. And this probably in your operation would actually plug similar to a 120, plugs into a 110. This would actually plug into a 220 outlet. But the machine is made to be able to handle that. It's a 240 machine. It can run on a 220 outlet. Our customers in other countries, like especially in the European market, they're already familiar with 240, 220, all that good stuff. Their plugs are even different from this one. But the really important thing to know is that if you get a 240 volt machine from us, your facility has to be wired for it. You can't try to step it down with some kind of converter or something like that because it's actually inside the machine. So it's not just that the plug is different and you can just swap the cord out, or you can use some kind of converter and convert it and plug it into a 110. The machine will not operate if you do that. There are actually parts inside the machine that are specifically wired for that voltage, and they have to be run on that voltage. So why would you ever get a 240, being in the US market, why would you ever get a 240 versus a 120? It saves you on electricity. So if you ever, your business grows and you get to the point where you've got 20 heat presses lined up and they're all operating all day long, it actually will save you a little bit of money on your electric bill to go with 240s. The other reason you might get a 240 is if we happen to be out of stock of the 120. So sometimes that happens and we have a 240 available. And if you're able to run it in your facility, everything else about the machine is exactly the same. The way you operate it, the temperature that the platen can get to, everything is the same. There's no difference other than the plug, the type of outlet you need to plug it into, and the amount of electricity you use. If you ever have any questions about the voltage of the machine you're buying or the kind of outlet you need or anything, just contact us. We're happy to talk you through it, help you out. And remember, when performance matters, Insta has your total solution.